Hi, John Keel here with part 8, week number 8 of the Wildfire video training series. And this week we're going to talk about testimonials, or sometimes known as reviews. We use those two terms interchangeably, and these are critical to your local online success. Now, why are they critical? Well, first of all, and this has been a recent change with Google, reviews are critical, number one, because they affect your local online reputation. We're going to be getting into this in a little bit more detail as we go through the balance of the series to show you how your reputation shows up. Just understand that they are one of the prime factors for monitoring, or not necessarily monitoring, but establishing your local online reputation. Of course, if you've been in the Wildfire program for any period of time, you know that they also are important for your Google ranking. It used to be called Google Places, and last June 2012, that was all changed to Google Plus Local ranking. So reviews are also important there. And lastly, they are just important because it will help improve what we call the conversion on your Health Source Clinic website. With the existing website, we're somewhat limited in where we can use written reviews, although we have a number of video testimonials on that page. But with the new site that's being completed right now, we'll have plenty of spaces for those written testimonials to also be included. So those three factors are just, they're critical. So how do you get them? Well, number one, you just make it part of your normal operating procedures. I've got an example in a little bit, and we actually have a separate video with this from Elliot Cintron from Health Source of Weston. And these guys have got close to 200 written testimonials because they just made it part of their normal operating procedures. It's no big deal. And how they do it, they use the Health Source testimonial form, which is in your library, and just have those printed out. And you can also then use your personalized review page that we have most recently created for you and sent out to all the offices. Here's a picture of the Health Source testimonial form, and some doctors I've talked to just have these sitting out at the front desk, that when a patient either comes in or when a patient leaves, they have them complete that. And it's not so much that it's a big deal. As Elliot has told me many times, it's not that we beg them for it. We just said, hey, would you mind sharing your story with us? And they just write it there, right there. Now, another way that's really cool is the video, or not the video, but the web page. And you can see this happens to be for Health Source of Norton. We have these created for every one of the offices. These are personalized for your office. And I don't know if you can see all the detail. It's a pretty big page, but they leave their name, their email, what their experience was. They rank you in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars, and then submit that. Now, when they click submit, that goes into a database, and I'll talk about that in just a second. The point is, those don't automatically get posted on the internet. Now, what we do with them, again, with both those from the web page and also those that you fax in to us from that form, no need to copy that or retype that form. Just fax them in or scan them and email them as is, because we want to review them. There are certain guidelines that need to be followed, both from Google and from some of the other review websites, that to the ability that we can include keywords and geo terms. We want to do that because basically the patients have, in effect, given us permission to do that when they sign off on the release. Then we submit those to Google and up to 12 other review websites. We only submit one testimonial to any one site. We don't submit the same testimonial or review to a bunch of sites. We can't do that. That violates the terms of service of those sites. So we submit those. Then we monitor for when they go live, because it might take a while for them to go live. Some as soon as 24 hours, others maybe a week. And our percentage right now, because the websites are just getting tougher and tougher, we hit about 80 to 90% in terms of the number of reviews we submit that get posted and go live. Google's national average, by the way, is probably closer to 10%. So we're just doing some unique things to get those live. And then once it's live, we ping the live URL. So we notify Google that that testimonial or that review is there. And again, how can you really kick it? Follow Elliot Cintron's example. I'm sending you a video along with this email. You will be amazed at how he's done this. Point is, just get them done, and let's get more testimonials and reviews.